We've conquered the normal factory, mastering every game mechanic along the way. We've taken on the 1000% hard factory, pushing ourselves to the limit. We've even built the ultimate make anything machine. Now it's time to put all those skills to the test in hexagonal mode. Will our past learnings guide us, or will the complexities of hexagons twist our minds? Join me on this geometric adventure and we will find out. Let's dive into Shapez 2 hexagonal mode together. Alright, let's get into it. So we are going to be doing hexagonal mode. This is the seed if you want to play along with me. The difficulty is just going to be normal. I don't want to do the challenge. I don't want to deal with blueprint points and costs and stuff. We already did that in our 1000% hard factory series. So we're just going to do that and we're going to go into our hexagonal factory. Look at these crazy shapes. I'm already scared. What is this thing? Alright, welcome to your certification. We're going to get certified again. That makes a lot of sense because we have no idea what we're doing. Looks like the starting platform is the same. What are these shapes? What? These aren't squares and circles and stuff. I thought it was just the same 4 shapes divided into 6 parts, but they're not. That is a completely different shape. Arrows. Hexagons. Alright, whatever. Let's get started. What are we trying to do? Milestone number 1. It is a red half and the... So we just got to split this in 2 halves. Sure. Let's extract stuff. I assume that works the exact same way. So let's get 4 extractors down on each of these sections. And then we will belt them out the same way we do normally. We can just grab that. We can just copy all of that. Give that a flip and chuck it on this side. That should get all of those out. Now, how do we process this shape? Let's have a look. What do we have at the start of the game? I don't even know. Where's my half destroyer? I don't have a half destroyer, but they've given us a cutter instead at the start of the game. What? Okay, so I can cut this into the exact 2 shapes I need. Excellent. To process an entire input belt, I assume we still need 4 cutters. Perfect. So we need something like this. Then we need to belt in our input and then we've got our output, right? But how do we get this all out properly? We can't access the second level yet. When can we access the second level? Let me have a look at our milestones. Alright, so milestone 1 gives us stacker and second floor. Sure. So we're all working on 1 level. So to get a pattern like this out on a singular level, you have to use launchers. So I'm going to do a launcher setup like this, and then I'm going to belt this one out like that. Then I guess it can go out this way, and that one can go out there. I guess that's 2 out. Why am I doing it out that way? Let's do it in this way. How about that? Oh wait, because this is this side's one. All right, let's get it. Hold on. Before I do the output, let's just take this thing and put it exactly where I want it to go. Like this. Then I can figure out where to do the output. So yeah, I can't do it there because this one takes up this output. This one needs to be, I guess we can just launch it over like that. Does that look nice? Looks a little bit weird and spaghetti, but that's fine. I think at the start, I'm going to give myself a little bit of leeway on the spaghetti because, you know, this is just a temporary factory until we get to space platforms, which is milestone number 2. So until then, if we have to make a little bit of spaghetti, we make a little bit of spaghetti. But I think this is okay because it's processing all 4 input belts and it's using the vortex input belts, and it's using 2 of these. So we've got 2 spare shapes for other reasons. Now, while that milestone shape is progressing, we should get on with some tasks. So what tasks have we got? We got task number 1, cut it out. Cut it out. So we're getting the full shape, we're cutting it in half, then we're cutting it into not quarters, 6ths. So this is a 1/6 of a shape, not a quarter anymore. So we need to get that shape. Let's grab it. Then, well, isn't that just that shape? Yes. So we just grab that shape and chuck it into the vortex straight away, right? Okay. That's easy enough. Let's crack on with another task. Cycling. What the heck is hexacycling? That's just that shape. But it's not that half. It's... what? It's this half of the shape. Like diagonally 30 degrees. Sorry, diagonally 60 degrees of that shape. Let's grab it from here. Do I still have this in my clipboard? Yep. Wait, let's just figure out how to do one, and then we'll work from there. Whoops. We'll grab one belt, we'll figure out how to process one, and then we'll expand it to consume a full belt. Obviously, we need some sort of rotation. Now, what rotators do I have? I have a 90 degrees clockwise rotator. What happens when you rotate this 90 degrees? What? That is not a 90-degree rotation. That's a 60-degree clockwise rotation. What? I'm confused. Isn't 90 degrees would make it like the red would be flat, right? That would be 90 degrees. This is a 60-degree rotation, but it's called a 90-degree rotator. Okay, whatever. This side is done. Should we kick off the second part of this task? Let's just unlock that. We just need half of this. We already know how to cut halves. So we just do exactly this, something like this. Let's just do one belt at a time. So we're gonna have something like this. We're gonna bring it out, and then we're gonna cut it in half. We don't want the other half, but we need to get rid of it. We need a bin. Do we have bins unlocked at the start? Technology, bins, trash. We don't even have points to get the trash. There's no even trash here. What is happening? Wait, we have the trash. What the heck? Alright, I guess if they've given us the cutter at the start of the game, they've also given us the trash. Fair enough, that makes sense. So this gives us the half that we need. Excellent. Now we can do a second one somewhere. Like here. Just to speed this up. Not that I need this to go any faster. Should just do 2. We don't need four systems of this thing. This is basically the same design as I would do on my 1x1 blueprint for, you know, your half destroyers and whatnot. So that's pretty straightforward. Can I... Oh yeah, there we go. I just had to hold and move to get rid of that stupid tutorial that's been on there forever. I don't need the tutorial anymore. Thank you. I know how to move around the camera. Alright, back to this thing, hexacycling. So great. Now that we've done that, now we just have to cut this. And then one of these gives us the right shape. That doesn't look like the right shape. That's not the right shape. What? What if I rotate it twice? That's the right shape. What? Because let me try to visualize it. So it's cutting it down the middle. Why did this give the wrong shape? Because that cuts down the middle and then it doesn't have the part I want, but 2 gives the right shape. Okay. Sure. That makes 100% sense to me. Not gonna lie. Let's trash whatever we don't need. We don't need that, or that. And then let's get this out. I don't think I'm gonna make 4 belts of everything. I think I'm gonna stick to just 2 because it feels like enough. Like, do I need 4 belts of everything? I will make it, like, properly into the right inputs, though. Like, it feels like things are completing way too fast for me to keep up, so why don't I just do things in parallel rather than try to do this crazy quantity of stuff? So, let's figure out what this last part is. Let me just delete 2 of these factories, because this is, like, too much stuff and not enough space to do things in. Great. So now we need the 6th of this shape. So we need to rotate and cut it, right? Is that just pretty straightforward? Gotta do some sort of hexacycling, as they call it. If I just rotate it once and then just cut it again, does that just do it? Yeah. I mean, I could cut this again and then make 3 belts of this stuff, right? Like, I could keep just rotating this and then it's cutting it, and then I get like 1 billion belts of this. What the heck? That's crazy. Look at this monstrosity. What? Nah, this is too crazy. I don't want to do this. This is just let's just not do nonsense stuff. Let's just do normal stuff. I'm gonna put trash. I'm just gonna trash this half. Yeah, I know I'm destroying shapes that I need. Oh no, whatever will I do? Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's just copy this. Let's keep things simple. There's a certain elegance in keeping things simple, not overcomplicating everything. Oops, I copied the wrong thing. I just want this out. Okay, that should get me this 1/6 of a shape. This one's going. Let's do something with the bottom. Let's pick another task and do it. Hexcycling? Task number 3 is called pre-hexcycling. Okay, let's pre-hexcycle then. Also, milestone 1 is done, so let's get milestone 1 cracking, then we can get stacking going. So part 2 of milestone 1 is rotated versions of that shape. It's still the same shape if you look at it. We just need to pre-hexcycle, as they call it. So let's just take all of this back 1 tile. Then let's shove some rotators in and just see if magically it will give us the right shape. Because I can visually see that this and this make up the same full shape. It's just rotated clockwise 60 degrees. So if I just rotate it clockwise 60 degrees, would that not just give me the correct shape? It's a gray tick. I'll check in on it in a second. That's how we have to visualize this with hexagonals. We have to like rotate it and then like cut it up into our brains. I'm not good with cutters, by the way. I'm more of a rotate things right and then cut, like half destroy and then piece it back together kind of person. But I want to try to learn more about cutters and how to do things more efficiently. It's all about improving. Let's do this shape. Again, we can visualize what this shape is. This shape is a 60-degree rotation to the in the clockwise direction and then cut in half, right? So let's just get that extracting first. Then let's grab that out. And I'm taking 4 belts. I'm only going to use 2 of them. That shape is almost exactly this. So can we not just take this entire factory and just like copy it over? Oops. If we just take that entire factory and copy it over, some of these is wrong, obviously, but some of these are right. So we can just deliver it like this. Just double check this thing is that shape that I want. Great. Let's just leave this factory. I don't care that it's like delivering 2 of the wrong shapes. It doesn't hurt you. So that's going, that's going, that's going. Let's get the next part of this shape. What is the next part of this shape? That's just this part cut off, isn't it? Okay. So we need to do another cutting process on top of what we're already doing. So let me get rid of this. Then we need to cut this again down the middle. So we need some sort of rotation, something like this. Then if we cut it, that's not enough rotation, is it? What if we take the other part of it? I gotta remember there's also a second part of the belt always. So if we take this part of the belt instead, stop that. Why are you going into the bin? Like one of these 2 bits will give me the bit that I need, right? So what if I cut this part of the belt? Will that give me what I need? That will not. 2 rotations. Does that give me what I need? No, it's the wrong part. So that means it's 2 rotations on this part. Is this the shape that I need? It's this shape. So it's 2 rotations and then this shape. Is there a better way to do that? I don't know. That's fine. This is it's not better, but it's like the least complex way to do this. So if I just do that. Oh, I kind of want to flip everything. Keep it in line. Then we need bins. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 bins. Then the rest can come out. You got to bin your shapes that are coming out of your cutters because otherwise they will back up. That is what I want, right? That is giving me that shape. It is rotated 2 rotations clockwise, but the system doesn't care about if the shape is oriented incorrectly as long as it is the correct shape. So we can just do that. That should give us 2 belts of this shape, which is processing faster than I can keep up with. So I don't need to make these factories like consume all 4 belts. It's fine. This thing wasn't even processing the whole time. Holy crap. That's fine. Let's work on this shape, the pre-hexcycling shape. So now we need to rotate it once more, cut it, and then like cut off the left half. All right. So to this shape, this is the part that I want. We need to rotate it one more time. I think it's getting a little bit confusing with this thing, so I'm going to get rid of it. So we'll just get rid of this half and we'll work on this. So that was not the right half. It's this half that I care about. So let me bin the part that I don't want. Then we will do some processing on this. We need to rotate it 60 degrees and we're going to cut off this left half that we don't want, right? Kind of getting the intuitive hang of it. If I flip this, that is the shape that I want. Exactly. Okay. Then we need more bins to get rid of this. Sure. It's a little bit counterintuitive, guys. Like, I'm struggling a little bit, but it's not horrible. Yeah. It's hurting my brain just like a tiny little bit. Like an ice cream headache. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll manage. All right, cool. That should give us 2 of the shape that we want. Let's just double check. Yes, yes, correct. Now this shape is done. So let's go back and, oh, cut it out. Number 1. We finished our first task, guys. Well done. Well done. All right. So hexagonal hasn't completely destroyed us yet. But don't worry. There's plenty more shapes to come. If I scroll down, I might get scared. No, I don't want to do spoilers. Go away. All right. We haven't done this part of milestone 1 also. So let's go and do that. Oh my God. I should have been doing this part of milestone 1 this whole time. What is that part of milestone 1? Silly. Okay, so hold on. Let me cut this out. And let me just look at it in halves so I can understand what the heck is going on. So the half that I did... Wait, no, I did do that half. Wait, I've done that. Now I just need this. There's 3 parts of this that come out. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, wait, that's too easy. I'm sorry, I'm getting tripped up because this looks too simple. Can't I just take bits of this? Like, I don't even need to make this complicated. Can't I just do literally this on here? And then that just gives me the right shape. Okay, I might need to do some pre-hexcycling or something. Wait. That's not right. Maybe I need that part of the shape to go into the cutter. So I need to take this and flip it. Then get rid of these. Wait, I need the rotators. Then get rid of... Wait. We'll take this. Copy that over. Does that give me the right shape now? This is not the right part of the shape. So we're going to take this and flip it as well. And then we get the right shape. Yes, correct. That was a little bit trippy. We just kind of had to get the other half of what we were getting, basically. Cool. Did they purposely make the red and the blue orient oppositely? So the blue is on the left half, the red is on the right half. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Why would they make your lives easy? Now we got to do 400 of these shapes. And because of the volume, I might just do another set of this. So let's just put another set over here. We'll copy it over. And we'll bring that in. And we'll do the same on the other side. Oh, it feels so good to play this game without copy and paste cost. If you don't know, I've just come out of factory 1000% challenge mode, which basically gives you blueprint points. And at 1000%, everything costs 10 times more, right? So I literally couldn't copy and paste anything for like the first 10 episodes. I had to like manually build everything or just do everything at like 1/10 of the pace. Feels so good. I feel like I'm free now. Like I'm completely free of this craziness. Now we just need that part of it. I literally had the design. I had the design to do that one part of it. Now I have to redo it. Like, you know how I just had to copy that over and then it would have been fine. But now I have to like redo this. Okay. Is it like, I'm just thinking, is it just easier to do a 180-degree rotation? So like if I get some blueprint points, if I just get well, I think the counterclockwise rotator is probably the most important thing to unlock. The 180-degree rotator is too expensive to unlock right now. But basically, to rotate something 180 degrees in hexagonal mode, all you need is 3 rotators, right? I don't know if I'm counting it correctly. It's stupid. But instead of changing the design here, an alternative way to do it is just putting 3 rotators like this. Yeah, like instead of taking this belt out and then cutting the uncolored part of it, I could just rotate the shape 180 degrees without changing the design of my factory, if that makes sense. like this. That should give me the shape that I want. Yep. Okay, great. This is going, this is going, this is going. Great. And I've used up everything, right? I don't have any more spare input. So let's get some stuff going a bit faster. This is not going. What the heck have I done here? What was I trying to make here that I've like completely now screwed up? This needs to be binned. Is that what we're saying? I forgot the bins. Okay. That shape should now be going. That should be going. What is the next shape? Let's have a look. The next shape is our pairs. Okay, I can't do this shape. I need my stacker to do this, right? This is a stacked shape. Yep. Okay, I'm stuck. So I need to just volume up. This is done. I got a free slot here. Let's prepare ourselves for the next shape. Yeah, should we prepare ourselves for the next shape? Let's get the task pinned. So we need half of this and half of this. So we can take 2 belts of this and take 2 belts of this. Let's move this whole factory out a bit. So we'll grab 2 belts of this and bring it over to the other side in preparation. And then we'll get 2 belts of this. All right, now we've unlocked milestone 1. So let's go and grab our rewards. So we can unlock this, and now we've got the stacker and the second floor, which is excellent. Now we can do all these new tasks. Lovely. So second floor means we have a lot more room to do cool stuff. Definitely gives us a lot of freedom. Milestone 2. We got to work on milestone 2 first before we do any of these crazy tasks. So this first part of milestone 2 is very, very straightforward. It's just the blue part of this. So if I just take my usual cutting factories like this, it's just some sort of rotation, right? Not even some sort of rotation. We don't even need the rotating part. We literally just need the blue part of this. Go away rotations. We just need this blue part. We need to rotate the blue part a little bit, and then we just need to cut it again. Like this. And then we just need to grab the part that we need from it, which is this. And then we bin everything else. Right? And we can make 2 of these factories. Like this. Then that will get us milestone 2B. Now let's do milestone 2A. That requires stacking. Interesting. Now, we have the shape here. So let's do that here, because whatever happens is it's going to interact, right? It's definitely going to interact with both things. Let's give ourselves the maximum amount of room to do this as well. Why did I drag the belt out in the middle of nowhere? I don't know. That was silly. So we've got this shape. Now, what can we do with this shape to get to that? Let's try with 1 belt before we do 2 belts. We'll do it at the furthest space possible in case we need a lot of room. So if I grab this belt, we need this shape, which is just this shape rotated 90 degrees, 60 degrees, sorry, and then cut in half. That should give us the part that we need, which is this bottom half. This top half is useless to us, right? But not quite useless, because we can extract from it the second layer, which is just a singular triangle. So to extract a singular triangle from here, I just need to rotate it once, then cut it, and then I got a singular triangle. Oh, that's nice. Now I've got the part 2 shapes that I need. I just need to stack this singular triangle onto this and delete this. Okay, so I just need a row of stackers now. And stackers, they don't work at the same capacity as this, so I can't just put a stacker at the end of this, but I'm going to steal a trick that WAF taught me. So he said he unlocked bent stacker straight away, and I asked him, oh, if you guys don't know who WAF is, he's an avid commenter on my earlier videos, so if you haven't seen him, you can check him out in the comment section. He always does like really useful stuff. Where is my bent stacker? Yeah, 6 points. So I just need to unlock one of my tasks, and then I'll go here and I'll unlock the bent stacker next. Yeah, anyway, he's a very avid commenter. He gives me a lot of useful tips and tricks and has taught me a lot about swappers and stuff. But he also mentioned that I should unlock the bent stacker as my second technology, because what a bent stacker does, it's a more complicated version of a stacker, because it's like turns kind of thing, whereas a normal stacker is just very straightforward, right? You just put like 6 of them there, you feed in a belt, and then you feed in a belt, whereas bent stackers are a little bit annoying to work with, but their advantage comes in because you only need 4. And that 4 matters a lot because it's the same ratio as this. So that means whatever this speed is doing things at, it's the same as my bent stacker. So instead of creating a whole new array of stackers, I can just put a bent stacker here, right? I think that's how it works. I don't know. That's a normal stacker. We have to do a bent stacker. The trade-off is it's a bit more annoying to deal with the output. So I'm going to get the output to come here where there's a free space. Then I'm going to stack. So this bit goes at the bottom. So I need a little bit more space. Sorry, I mean this bit goes up the top. And this bit goes down the bottom. So I actually need a lot of space because this thing needs to do a little hop. Let me just get this out of the way and then I can figure out where this goes. So if I do a hop here like that, then that can go straight into the bent stacker. Then this thing can go up and into the bent stacker. And that should give me the shape that I want out. Look at that. That worked exactly like I had pictured in my head. That's so rare for me. If you guys seen my earlier things, you should see that, you know, I'm a little bit... I do things the dumb way. But I think this is the... I don't know. Like I'm saying, like this could be the dumbest way to do it as well. I don't know. Somebody will tell me in the comment section. They'll be like, you didn't do this super clever way, and I'll be like, all right, there's a much better way to do this. Awesome. I love learning about this game. Everything about this game is all about learning. So just, yeah, don't feel bad if you don't get the best strategy the first time around. It's perfectly fine. So now we got that stuff going. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 and these 4 are one belt. That can go in here, and then this one can come down and go in here. So that'll get me part B of the milestone. Part A was already done. I've been that entire time I was talking. Now what we can do is we can work on this task. So this is the last part of this. You basically just need to cut it again. It's like we've done this like a billion times. I think it's the game is just trying to teach us various ways that we can achieve the same goal. So yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can cut this again, or we can just take the other part of it. Is that not the right part? Or like if we just change the rotation a little bit, maybe it'll give us the right shape. There we go. We just have to remove one rotator in each section. Then that just gives us the right shape, and then we can just bin. It's some combination. It's always going to be some combination of rotation. And if you don't want to overthink it, just try it with different rotator amounts, and then it should give you the right shape, right? Okay, yeah, that looks like it's fine. I have no idea if I'm doing this right, by the way. I'm just doing what seems to make sense. I'm trying not to get tricked by hex mode. Yeah, that's correct. Now we're using these two belts, we're using these two belts, we're using these two belts. We don't need this anymore. This thing is now freed up. This thing is also now freed up, so we can use this side of things to work on this shape. This shape starts off... What the heck? So we're taking the color parts and the uncolored parts and making them into two different shapes, and then we're stacking them on top of each other, and then we're doing something super fancy and weird. Task number 4, Al Paris. Okay, sure, Al Paris. We can do that for you. Now this thing is going a little bit slow for my liking. I don't know, is it maximumed out? Why doesn't it look like saturated belts? But that's fine, whatever. We'll work on our Paris in the meantime. I feel like we can do both of these at the same time, because why? It's just the alternating halves of both shapes getting put together somehow. Like, let's figure it out. So if we go in here and we just cut a shape in half, let's try to create a system that can do this. This is going to be interesting. So we cut it in half, right? And then like, let me just bring a belt of this shape in, and then we'll worry about how to do the input later. Like say I have another belt of this shape, then, well, I can't do it like right next to it, but assuming I have 4 belts of this shape coming out, something like this, we've got to do it with 4s because, you know, there's going to be, we've got to eat the whole belt, right? And then I have this similar thing on this side with 4s, like this. Then I've got all of the parts to make not only this shape, but also the second part of this shape. I just need to put the uncolored bits with the uncolored bits and the colored bits together. And I can do that with stackers, right? This looks super complicated, but if I get a stacker and I wait, a bent stacker so that we can consume a belt. We just need to like put two things together. I don't like the fact that they're oscillating. Can I like flip this somehow? Like this? That way we get color, uncolor, color, uncolor. I think that makes it a little bit more intuitive. Does it make that more intuitive, or does that make it infinitely worse? Yeah, now we've got it all aligned and symmetric. So every second one needs to stack. Well, this is not that easy. So these two need to stack together. What if we did it backwards and forwards instead of side by side like this? Would that help? Because now this and this just have to stack in a bent stacker. So if I have a bent stacker here, for example, how do I get that to stack? I shoot that into the bent stacker. Then this one can go up and over. Like that. And that comes out, right? That's cool. That makes 4 of that shape. That's a cool system. I like that. Then I need to shoot this one out too. But I need to leave space for this stacker to come out. Damn. What if I gave it one more tile of space? Will that work? Yup. And then now this bent stacker has room to work. And this can go like that. Not really. Because then that still gets stuck here. And there's no way for that to come out. Damn. That was such a cool system. Because I need these to come out like this, right? Or something. If I had 3 levels, I might have been able to make this work. But I can't get these out. Oh, that would have been such a clever system. Let me think about this for a second. I think I might have come up with a better strategy than this. Let me try it. Well, why don't we just, instead of doing this next to each other, do it on top of each other like this? Would that work? Let's try. Get rid of all this crap. What if we get this going up like that? Now we've got the two colors right on top of each other. We don't need to do anything. Can these just directly feed into a bent stacker now? Would that be better? Yes, that works. They just go straight into a bent stacker, and now they're on the first floor, but obviously I don't want to like do it right here. If I do this, then I've got that shape. Now I need more bent stackers. So maybe this can jump, because we need to jump it, right? There's no way you can do this without jumping, but at the very least we can, there's no way I can put a bent stacker in here. Yeah. But at the very least, it's kind of a little bit cleaner like this, I guess. And now we've got 2 of these shapes going. And they can sort of like come out and then go into the vortex. We'll get them coming out like this. Right? That should, in theory, work. And this gives me a very easy system. Let me bring in the other color belt, because I want to do this at 2 times. And this can travel while I do the design. But basically, this is it, right? Let me cut out all this out and see where we can put this. We need to give it a little bit of room on each side to do its shenanigans. Like this. Then we can bring this in like that. And we can bring in the red. So the red can go in just from here, I guess. It doesn't really matter. We'll use this belt, I guess. And that should give us the right shape. It is looking like it's giving us the right shape. Now it needs to travel backwards a little bit. Oh no, now this is crossing the center line. That's not good. I don't like this. Let me get rid of that then. Let's just get it out normally. Like this. Trying to be too fancy sometimes doesn't work in your favor. This will be fine, I guess. Let's move it back a bit, because I feel like, well, what is happening with this shape? Let's have a look at our tasks. There's going to be like many more processes in this shape, right? So let's just move it back a bit. I have a feeling we're going to need the space up there soon. So we'll move it as far back as we can to give it the most amount of space. This design is not perfect by far because it takes up so much room, but it's reasonably clean to make this shape. Let me just copy that. We'll give it a Shift F flip and we'll put it there. And then this red can just come across, jump over here, and then go straight into here. Alright, I think that should do it. I don't see any issues with it. These shapes look like these 2 shapes that I'm trying to produce. Let's crack on with milestone 2, because milestone 2 needs to get to work. What do we actually need to do? So we've got the two parts of it, right? No, we haven't done this part. Oh, I haven't been doing this part this entire time. Excellent. What is this part? This is something. What? So it used to be this. It's the same componentry. It's instead of stacking it onto it, it's stacking it into this space. All right, we just need to turn then. That's fine. What do we need to turn? We need to turn this. Where's the space? It's the top right sixth of it. So it's a 180-degree rotation. So we just need to turn this 180 degrees. Correct or not? We don't have our 180-degree rotator, but 3 rotations in hex mode is a 180-degree rotation. So we can just do this. See if that gives us the correct shape that we are after. Let me just cut one of these belts. That looks awfully like the shape that we want. Yeah. It's lagging behind a little bit because I forgot to do the milestone as I worked. So maybe... Well, this shape is done. Oh, this shape is fully done. Hexacycling is finished. Let's get to that done. Okay, we can just copy this whole thing, can't we? Because this is just using 2 belts. So can't we just use another 2 belts? Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Need one more tile of space though. Just like that and that. That should give us another 2 belts of the shape that we need. Then we just get this into the vortex. That will double the speed and make up for the fact that we weren't doing this shape the entire time. Don't forget, guys, and make sure you do your milestone shapes as a priority. So that's milestone 2 done. What do we have to do to milestone 2 and 3? Ah, I see. We're just taking the blue part and putting it into the gap. So we'll keep this blue part around because we're going to need it. We're going to need to rotate this blue part at some point, like 180 degrees, but that's fine. And then what we can do next is work on our task. Oh, look, these 2 are almost done, but we can probably pick up a new task, I reckon. So let's have a look what else we can do. Oh, I was saying Paris, wasn't I? It's actually pairs. Okay, I sound stupid. That pairs, our pairs. Our pairs makes a lot more sense than our Paris. So let's unlock this, and get this done. What is this shape? This is just that shape stacked on top of that shape. That's fine. So it's just this and this are now being stacked. We can do this in stackers, or we can do this in bent stackers. Let me try bent stackers. Maybe that will conserve some more space. Otherwise, I have to make 2 rows of stackers. So it's just this shape and this shape needs to go into bent stackers. Can we bent stacker backwards like this? Like if I put 4 here and face them, doesn't matter which direction I face them, right? If I just do like 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, is there any way to feed the stuff I need in? One needs to go into the top layout, one needs to go into the bottom layout. Which one needs to go on top? This one needs to go on top. Let me try to feed one in. There's no way that feeds in. Unless I bring it back 1 tile. Let me try to do 1 and see if it's possible. And then this thing needs to feed backwards into there. So if I flip this like that, can that feed backwards? If I remove the top layout, that doesn't work, does it? That does work. What have I done? If I, okay. Whatever, I've done some craziness. Let me take this whole thing and just copy it 4 times. Will that give me 4 of these shapes? Yeah, but it doesn't matter because there's no space for them to come out now. Alright, that's stupid. Let's not try to be fancy. Trying to be fancy doesn't work. Alright, let me just undo everything so I know that everything is functioning. Now, let's cut these belts. Let's cut this belt. Let's cut this belt and just not be fancy and do things normally. But basically, we need to feed these into bent stackers like this. Right? And then this needs to feed into the top layer of the bent stacker. Which we can do very easily. Just trying to figure out the best way to do this turn. There's no clean way without doing a double turn. I'm not super liking these bent stackers, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's the... It's not clean, but it works. But we're losing a full belt of shapes, but that's fine. If I take this entire system and then flip it this way, will this just give me the shape that I want? We gotta probably put it in the right spot. Like that? No? What's wrong? It doesn't like this. Or for this. Okay. Is that good? Are we good? I think we're good. Great. So that's a nice and clean way to kick off this shape. This shape is going at 4 times speed. I'm not losing anything or doing anything silly, am I? I don't think so. Let's continue on with the next shape. The next shape is task number 5 called double tap. So let's get double tap going. What the heck is double tap? Is that not just the normal shape stacked on top of itself? Stacked on top of this shape? It is. Let me take these 2 belts a little bit over. I don't need this working right now. Let's just take this over. We'll get it feeding through. You know what? Let's just prepare this shape because we know we need to shove a thing into the gap. So when this comes out, it's over here. We need to rotate it twice. So let's just rotate these twice while we're here. Might as well get this ready to go for the milestone shape. Yep, there we go. Now they're ready to go and merge with the milestone shape. Or just do it in stackers or something. Anyway, what I was wanting to do was bring this shape over to meet the reds in some sort of stacking fashion over here. So let's bring that. Let's bring some reds. Now we've got all our shapes. I feel like we can work back there a little bit, give ourselves some room for whatever shenanigans, because this is going to be a whole series of shapes, right? So we're going to like do it down this way. So let's just give ourselves some room, bring the red over. Something else is done. Did something just complete? Yeah, milestone 2 is done. Let's get milestone 2 kicked off. 1200. That's so many shapes. Holy moly. All right. I think in this case, I'm not going to do the bent stacker. I might just do normal stacking arrays. So let me just get this shape. Let me cut this shape. There's plenty of room here to just do a normal stacking array. And I've already got all the belts merged together. So let's just do regular stackers. So we'll get like 6 going here. Is this a stacker? Yeah, it is a stacker. Looks funny. And then get 6 going here. Then we can figure out what needs to stack. Order doesn't matter. So we'll get that one going in here. And we'll get that one going in this way, right? That looks good to me. And now we need to get these 2 into the other sides of it. So let's grab that. We'll bring that up, bring that in. And then we'll do the same here. Up and in. Got to make sure this all comes out properly. Stop that. Like that, like that. There we go. Now all of them should come out properly. We've got extra points. Let's see what we want to get. We can get our 180 rotator. I feel like that will be better. Especially since this thing is so damn slow. Yeah. I think 180 degree rotator is better. This is wrong. This is 3 rotations. 180 rotator couldn't come at a better time. So it's actually a 180 rotation. Get that in. Now is it giving me the right shape? Yes, it is. Let's bring these in. Okay. Excellent. What is happening here? That one is done. But I kind of want to double up this factory because 1200 is a lot of shapes, right? And we've got another 2 belts of this over here already ready to go. We just need another 2 belts of this thing. And this thing is easy to make, right? And we've got spare stuff down here, don't we? We've got 2 spare blue belts here. So let's bring the 2 spare blue belts and we'll go over here and make this thing. So we'll just grab that. This one can just do a hop. Then this one can just utilize the second floor. And if we hide the second floor with the hop, we can get it to go there. With the second floor one, we can get it to go there. So that should produce us that shape. Perfect. And now that shape and this shape needs to merge together. So let's grab this shape back here. Doesn't matter which way we go. We can send all these inputs into the second floor. We'll grab our stackers and we will just make the stuff, right? Like that and like there. That'll do. Doesn't really matter. All these factories will be deconstructed, so I'm giving myself a little bit of spaghetti leeway. If it's a little bit spaghetti, I'm okay with it. If it's a lot spaghetti, I'm probably less okay with it, but at the moment it looks fine. Oh, this can't come out. Like that. Just need a 1 tile for it to go up. Nope. There we go. Spaghetti, a little bit messy, but I mean, the shape is working, so that's good. Now we've got 4 iterations of this shape going. Perfect. And that should get that done quite quickly. Now let's work on this shape while we're waiting. Or should we work on this shape? I don't know. This one's just a simple stack. We've already got it mostly set up. Let's just get it stacked. There's no point using bent stackers for this either, so we might as well just do a regular stacking array. Can we just like take this and just like shove it in here somewhere? So the bottom layer's input is this, and the bottom layer is the blue. So let's get the blue in, like here. And let's just cut the red and get it out of the way. And then we'll get the blue in here, and then we'll get the red in the other side. So this one can go here. Why is the input going out crazy places? Let's not do crazy input. Let's get that one going in there, and that should give me the correct shape. Yes. So let's get that going out, let's get that going out, and let's get these into the vortex. So that one is a very quick and simple one, but this one is probably not. What the hell is happening to O pairs? So we're taking the right-hand side, and we're taking 2 of the right-hand side and making it into 1. And then we're taking 2 of the left-hand side and then making it into 1. Let me pin this part of the shape too, so we don't waste shapes. We do have 2 lefts and 2 rights, but we're only going to end up with 2 input belts. Okay. So what we need to do to these is then cut them apart again. Oh, I don't think we're going to have enough room to do all this, unfortunately. So let's get some cutters going. We'll just do it once on this side, and then we'll figure it out. I think the cutter to line up is this way, right? So with this now, we need to take the 2 red parts and merge them. And then take the 2 other parts and merge them. What? So let me think about this. How do we do that? That's crazy. So this and this have to merge, and then this and this have to merge. Is there any way I can put like 4 cutters above here? That would be super easy, and then rotate them. I basically want what's happening there here as well. And then we basically just want the blue to go with the blue. Like this. But that's not really that easy, is it? Let's just do normal rotation then. Like I can stay here and think about this all day, but it's not gonna help very much. So let's just grab these out this way. And then some of these need to rotate. So if I rotate these 180, then I take these out and bring it above. Basically, we need a row of 6 stackers now. Grab regular stackers. I just don't have enough room to work, that's all. Into there and into there. That should give me the right shape out, right? Oops. Yep, that's looking awfully like the right shape to me. Now these also need to go out. So I need like something like this. This can't go here. It needs to go somewhere else. Or it can go here. These just need to go backwards somewhere else. You can go up and backwards, by the way, like this. So if I bring that one over this way, and similarly that one needs to go backwards as well. This has no room to go out. We're just gonna have to do a little bit of spaghetti here. Now I need to get this into 6 belts of stackers. I have literally not enough room to do 6 belts of stackers, 6 stackers. What? Wow. This thing is in the way. Can I do it there? Is that possible? That top one can go in like that. Then this bottom one can technically work. Then we need to get this back out. Technically works. Not quite. This one is missing. Oh man, I could fix it. I can just bring it down 1 tile. Bring it in like that. Yep, that works, that works, that works. That works. Then go up and out. That works. I haven't rotated one of them. Oh man, they need rotation. Okay, 2 rotators can process an entire belt. So I can technically shove 2 180-degree rotators in like this. Old school rotation style. Like that. This two rotators can process a full belt, so that should work. No. Okay. A little bit of old, a little bit of new techniques all put together. That's fine. Let's fix this. a little bit messy, it's a little bit spaghetti, but that's fine. It's the last two bits of the shape. This is processing correctly, and this will be processing correctly. Excellent. Let's finish off this shape. What are we doing to that? This is now, what part of that shape do we need? We just need to rotate it counterclockwise 90 degrees. No, we need to rotate it clockwise 90 degrees, cut it, and then cut it again, I think. I wish there was a 1/3 cutter. Like we're probably going to design a blueprint later to be able to cut things by 1/3, right? So we're taking this belt. Let me just figure out how to do this on one belt, and then we'll do it on the other belt. So we're taking this into cutters. Like this, but we need to rotate first 90 degrees clockwise, I believe. Then with that, we need to rotate the part that we need. I think this part is binned. The part that we need is here. Then we need to rotate it counterclockwise. No, clockwise again. Then cut it again. That should get rid of the part we don't want and leave us with only the part that we do want. So that's the system. And now we just copy this over 4 times. Belt the stuff in, belt the stuff out. And then we can do that a second time. Then we can belt this stuff in. I'll probably want to get this coming out on the second floor because there's not enough room on the first floor to do stuff. Then this can go in and then this can go out. Right, that works. That works. Beauty. I think that's the right shape. Looks like the right shape to me, guys. Excellent. Milestone 2 is going. That's going. That's going. That's going. And that's going. Excellent. Let's do the next shape. We got some input left, don't we? That's all being consumed. That's all being consumed. That's all being consumed. Okay, we have no more input left. We're done, guys. We just got to wait for this shape to finish, and that's going to finish real soon. What is these next shapes that we have to do anyway? Tall order. We can do this. We just need like some blue. Do we have any blue left? No, these are all being used. These are all being used. Yeah, we can't. They're all being used. Okay. Why is this thing bottlenecked? I don't understand. It's not a full belt. I mean, wondering if I want to invest some points into speeding things up. Like we can go into speed tech, right? But we also really want the swapper, because I took a glance at this thing, its final shape, and this yells swapper at me. Like you can obviously take this shape, make it 3 times, rotate it, and piece it together with 3 sets of stackers. But I think the inner waff in me is telling me that you can take this shape and then swap it with itself a few times to get this shape. This seems like the checkerboard equivalent of a quad shape, right? Remember checkerboards in quad? This looks like the hex mode equivalent of a checkerboard. So I really want to do that, and with that we need 12 points. So I can either invest in speed tech now, which I don't really need because everything's about to finish, and I'm about to end the episode where milestone 2 is done. So I think I might save 5 more points and get our swapper, because I feel like it's going to come in handy real soon with that. And maybe not tall order, maybe tall order, I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out some cool swapping strategies to get these done faster. I think a lot of this would be easier with swappers, to be honest. Like this stuff where we're cutting and then remerging, this could have been done a lot easier with swappers, but obviously we don't have swappers yet. But yeah, we've finished a milestone 2. I think we've done really well this episode. I don't think hex mode has tricked us as much as I thought hex mode would trick us. Everything seems pretty intuitive. The rotations are a little bit trippy. I just gotta remember, like, rotate and cut. Like, it's not as, obviously it's not as intuitive as a square shape, right? A quad shape. So we gotta like rotate and then it cuts off the west half and the east half and stuff like that. We do need a lot more tech. We need our rotators, our half destroyers, our swappers. Definitely our 3rd floor next. Bigger foundations would be nice, but we'll get there, guys. We've just made a good start, so we will build on that foundation. Next episode, since we have now finally unlocked space platforms, we will be building our first set of blueprints. And I think the first set of blueprints is going to be like 270-degree rotations and like 60-degree rotating platforms and things like that. So yeah, 120-degree rotators and 270-degree rotators, I should say. But yeah, definitely got many plans. We are Progressing along well, we'll do our tasks, we'll unlock swappers, we'll get our space platforms going, and we will start tackling milestone 3, unlock ourselves fluids and painting. And with fluids and painting, we'll be able to unlock freedom and be able to do anything in any quantity we like. Now, if you don't want to miss out on all the fun, make sure you like and subscribe. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.